Recent studies have shown that Neanderthals were the initial creators of art on a global scale. New studies indicate that the engravings discovered in the Roche-Cotard cave in France, which have been sealed for millennia, were crafted by Neanderthals. The research was conducted by Dorota Wojciak, an archaeologist from Basel, and a team of scientists from Denmark and France. The findings suggest that it was the Neanderthals who possessed the earliest known appreciation for art among humans. Upon entering the Roche-Cotard cave in the Loire Valley in 1974, French archaeologist Jean-Claude had a hunch that the delicate markings on the walls could be the result of human activity. His suspicions were further supported by the discovery of Mousterian stone artifacts, scrapers and other modified pieces, which indicated that the cave had been utilized by Neanderthals. The question remained, could these wall markings be evidence of artistic expression by early Neanderthals? The mere act of proposing such a question was enough to challenge the widely held consensus of the time, which assumed that Homo neanderthalensis lacked any form of higher cognitive function. Fearing that he would be unable to provide concrete scientific evidence to support his hypothesis, Marquet chose to leave the cave untouched for nearly 40 years. However, in 2016, Marquet decided to attempt once more with an international team, this time accompanied by Dr. Dorota Wojciak from the Department of Environmental Sciences at the University of Basel, who specializes in archaeological use-wear analysis. Their goal was to utilize modern methods of analysis to substantiate the theory of human origin for these wall engravings. Wojciak explains, "Our task was to use modern methods to prove the human origin of these wall engravings, and their findings have been recently published in the scientific journal PLOS One. The markings etched into the tough rock of the cave wall were meticulously documented first through photographs and drawings, and later with a 3D scanner. In her laboratory in Basel, Wojciak conducted an experiment wherein she compared samples of the tough rock from the cave with tough rock that had been worked on experimentally using bone, wood, stone tools and hands. The results of this research showed that the cave markings were not made by tools, but rather by human fingers that had scratched the surface." Meanwhile, Danish researchers who examined the cave sediment discovered that the cave had been sealed off by mud residues from the Loire and soil sediments for over 50,000 years before its rediscovery. This makes the Roche-Cotard cave system a unique location, serving as a veritable time capsule. At this time, 50,000 years ago, there were no modern humans in Europe, only Neanderthals, explains Wojciak. The wall markings and artifacts belonging to these early humans are therefore of particular significance. The researcher is unable to discern the meaning behind the distinct shapes on the wall due to their clear and deliberate parallel and triangular lines. However, their deliberate composition suggests that they were not haphazardly created. Whether these shapes were meant to be regarded as a form of art or a means of record keeping is subject to interpretation. The cave is also home to a myriad of other archaeological discoveries, including an object discovered by Jean-Claude Marquet in 1976 that resembles the likeness of a human or animal. Additionally, Wojciak's use-wear analysis indicates that this object was also fashioned by humans. Another artifact found within the cave is a diminutive oil lamp. Wojciak explains that experts are presently investigating whether the lamp contains any pigments or substances that could aid in identifying the type of fuel utilized at the time. The chamber at La Roche-Cotard that has been explored is merely a fraction of a larger cave system. The researchers' curiosity extends towards Chamber 4, which is still mostly concealed by sediment, in hopes of gaining more insight into the activities of the Neanderthals. Wojciak is certain that every study conducted will contribute to dismantling the traditional consensus of Neanderthals as less intelligent beings and will strengthen the notion that they are more akin to modern humans' relatives. She also adds with a smile, "It's possible that they could communicate through language and even sing." Alongside her pupils from the Prehistory and Archaeological Science program, Dorota Wojciak will persist in her investigation of the existence of Neanderthals in La Roche-Cotard. To support our channel's growth and ensure broader awareness, kindly hit the like and subscribe buttons. This will help us reach more individuals and disseminate valuable information. Thank you in advance.